Many thanks to Jerb, Speeder Gaming, Jaren, DayZ Podcast, Taggies Tag West, and that one random for making this video possible. Something, DayZ something 1.12, something juicy tips. You can finally extinguish flares now by putting them inside fireplaces where they disappear. The tactical vest, otherwise known as the high capacity vest, no longer provides any protection against bullets. The plate carrier, ballistic vest, and stab vest absorbs more health damage in this patch but absorbs less shock damage. Most weapons do more shock damage now, resulting in a lot of unconsciousness in this patch. Due to this, double tapping should become natural to you, or at least checking pulses. Using barbed wire to restrain a player will now make them bleed when they struggle out of the barbed wire. The amount of damage legs absorb has been reduced, resulting in one-shot leg breaks with the 7.62x5.4s and the 3.08. These two rounds also stun players now when you hit them in the head, chest or back, even with armor on and at any distance. Stunning infected is much harder in this patch, making them do a lot more damage to players in close combat. Using silly items as melee weapons in this patch will do less damage than using your bare fists. On top of this, strong two-handed melee weapons will now require 4 hits to kill an infected instead of just 1 hit. The best method to deal with infected face to face is to time your blocks with their attacks. It does take longer, but it works. The visual and audio range that an infected can detect you at has been reduced, making stealth a good option now. This is because if you hit an infected with a sharp weapon from behind without them detecting you, they will die in 1 hit. Here are all the sharp weapons in DayZ that 1-hit kill an unaggroed infected. Any item that can be thrown in DayZ can be used to distract infected to get stealth kills easier. The fastest way to move undetected near an infected is to crouch run on quiet surfaces such as grass and wear shoes, not boots. Infected will no longer attack unconscious players and will start to chase you if you give them a reason. If you have a suppressed weapon, infected won't hear your gunshots most of the time, making killing infected with guns easier in this patch. Pistols now have more accuracy, deal more damage, and all one-shot infected in the head, including the MK2. Here are how many shots it takes from each pistol to KO an unarmored player in DayZ. Assault rifles have reduced accuracy and do less damage than other weapons that use the same ammunition. Sawing off a weapon reduces its damage substantially now, and the AK-74 does 25% more damage than the AKS-74U. Rubber shells fly 5 times slower through the air, reducing the effective range of these shells to less than 20 meters. Most optics and weapons that couldn't be zeroed lower than 100 meters now can be. 2 knives, a sickle, farming hoe, and a broom has been added as melee weapons. The knives and sickle can be used to stealth kill or skin, while the farming hoe and broom can be used to disarm landmine. Triggering a landmine will leave you unconscious, so shooting it at range is the best option. You'll die instantly if you step on a landmine unless you wear armor, leaving you with a broken leg instead. Brooms can be broken down into 3 small sticks and 1 long wooden stick. The farming hoe can be used for farming obviously, and you can now create plots inside greenhouses. Glass greenhouses provide 9 slots like the garden plot, but plastic greenhouses provide 13. Planting a seed or the newly added potato before you water it will stop you using more water than if you add water first. Plants now take 10 times longer to grow than in the last patch, taking between 30 and 60 minutes to mature. Plant material and fertilizer no longer increase the growth speed of plants but give larger yields instead. Once grown, all plants will become diseased eventually and disappear entirely, making fresh spawn coast farms a thing of the past. Pumpkins now yield 2 pumpkin slices but give close to half the energy they did before. Which plant you grow in this patch doesn't really matter because the energy and hydration values have been balanced. Potatoes with skin cannot be eaten but can be planted, where peeling the skin makes it edible but not plantable. Loads of new foods have been added to the game in this patch, giving around 100 to 300 energy each, about the same as baked or boiled meat. Speaking of which, baked and boiled meat now gives roughly 5 times the nutritional values that raw meat does, so eating raw meat is a bit of a waste. All raw fruits and vegetables in DayZ have a 50% chance to become dried or go rotten once their decay timer reaches 0. Cutting seeds from rotten food still gives seeds, but damaged or half-eaten vegetables give less or none. The small wrench locks vehicle panels, the tire iron locks wheels, and the screwdriver locks engine parts minus the spark plug. The truck battery can now be recharged, and vehicle headlights drain your vehicle's battery in about 45 minutes. However, batteries recharge themselves when the vehicle is running now, reducing the need for battery chargers. This means that energy loss when turning on the vehicle or having the headlights on is negated completely when the vehicle is running. Flags are more useful in this patch as they can now be cut up into a full stack of rags. Flashbangs will now correctly explode and blind players when shot, but the blinding effect isn't very effective. Breaking your legs is easier from a height of around 25% lower than 1.11, making broken legs more noticeable in this patch.
Bonus tap!
If you have a chem light and want to get down from a high place quickly, activate the chem light and halfway through the animation hold down the spacebar. Keep holding down the spacebar all the way down until you get to the bottom, and you get there very quickly. DayZ 1.12 has brought about huge balancing changes that strongly impact how PvP will play out a lot of the time now, but I'm much more of an explorer than a PvPer in DayZ, so I'd like to get your opinion on how gunfights feel for you now. All I know really is that they added dog food for people to eat, which I believe the devs know people will eat if they are desperate enough, so thanks for that one, devs. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and have a good patch.